I played sports for the greater part of my life and did not earn one single dollar from it. But I did have a lot of fun, and overall, it was a good experience for life. College level athletes are getting everything I got out of sports and more because they kept playing. On top of experience and exposure, they're also getting to attend college for a lot less than other students. Student athletes get scholarships that cover the cost of textbooks, tuition, and housing. That could have been me, but it's not, and it makes me sick. But nonetheless, these guys have earned a scholarship for being good at what they do, so they've earned the right to have school paid for them. But here's where my problem is. These fools want to earn, get this, more money than they already get from the school. While the rest of us peasants drag our way through school, these guys want the school to pay them. There are many problems that arise from trying to pay college athletes. The first being that the school has to decide how much to pay each individual athlete. It makes sense to pay the starters more since they bring the school more publicity. But the guys on the bench have to sacrifice just as much time and effort to attend both practice and class to maintain the grades to be eligible to play.
Well, why don't we just pay them all the same?
Why don't we just give them all scholarships? There's a reason schools don't do that. It's too much money. If the school could afford to pay everyone for playing a sport, then they would just give everyone a scholarship. The NCAA has already allowed D1 schools to hand out a limited number of full ride scholarships, and now the players feel they need more. Just for the fun of it, let's say that schools do decide to pay their student athletes. Do they do away with scholarships, or do some guys get their school paid for and extra money, while other guys use the money they make from playing sports to pay for their school? See what I'm getting at? It's just a lot of money that could be going towards other causes. Like more gym equipment, better plumbing, and more planks. The schools are already spending enough money by building the various buildings where our classes are and paying the staff to work there. And on top of athletic scholarships, schools also hand out academic scholarships. On top of that, there are so many other scholarships to earn while still playing sports. This is why schools look for well-rounded students who participate in many different activities such as clubs, student council, and even community work. Even with these options, it's possible to not earn a scholarship at all. Some kids can make a college team without earning an athletic scholarship, but they don't have the grades to have an academic scholarship. These are the only kids that would be helped by earning a salary from playing college sports, but even then, this is a small percentage of students. There is a reason scholarships are not just handed to every athlete. You have to earn them. While these kids may not have entered college with a scholarship, they still have a chance to earn one. Let's look at football specifically. Each D1 team is allowed to hand out 85 scholarships. There's not 85 starters on the field. Guys without scholarships will have to wait and then work to get their own scholarship after the starters graduate. Let's do the math. As you can see, the average team has 125 players, and they're allowed 85 scholarships. So, we have 85 scholarships divided by 125 players equals 70% of the team has a scholarship. College sports teams bring in the most money for any school. Between football, basketball, and baseball, the school brings in enough money to pay for the scholarships that they do hand out, as well as take care of the teams that are making all that money, and take care of the rest of the school. Let's take a first-hand look at what schools can do with the money not being used to pay student athletes. Isn't that beautiful? Most college athletes already have it pretty good, and that sounds like a victory royale to me. But in all seriousness, the majority of college athletes have a good portion, if not all of their school paid for them, and do not need the extra money that they're asking for.